Jailer, starring superstar Rajinikanth, released, and you want to know the opening figures? 7,000 screens and a whopping 55 crores on opening day and still counting. Let's all join in the celebrations. Written and directed by Nelson Dilipkumar of Kolamao Kokila, Beast and Doctor fame, fans of Rajinikanth waited 2 long years to see their favourite star on screen and erupted in ecstasy to sight Tiger Muthuvel Pandian, the character the superstar plays in the movie. That Rajinikanth has a demigod status in Japan becomes evident when you see and hear this.
ஜெயிலர் படம் பார்ப்பதற்காக ஜப்பான் இருந்து சென்னைக்கு வந்தேன். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் காசி தியேட்டர் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டே ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஷோ ரொம்ப சூப்பரா இருக்கு, ரொம்ப எக்ஸைட்டிங். இங்க நான் தான் கிங், நான் வெச்சத்துறான் ரூஸ் ஹுக்கும் டைகர் கா ஹுக்கும். இது எப்படி இருக்கு?
It's a festival out there. Mind you, Tiger Muthuvel Pandian is a strict man, but beneath the tough exterior lies an empathetic human being. As the film progresses, we see Muthuvel Pandian burst forth on the screen, setting out to stop a gang from trying to rescue their leader from the prison. You know what? A Rajini film is about him, for him and of him, but the film also has some very talented actors along with him. Mohanlal, Shiva Rajkumar, Yogi, Babu, Tamannah, Bhatia and many others. The music is composed by Anirudh Ravichander and he has collaborated with Rajinikanth thrice before, after Peta, which is 2019, Darbar 2020 and his fourth with Nelson after Kolamao Kokila 2018, Doctor 2021 and Beast. The first single title, Kavala, was released on 6th July and has become an international rage. That hook where you play, the flute. Everyone is doing it. The second single title, Hukum, is also now a rage. It was released on the 17th of July and the third single, Jujubi, was also released and has become an instant chart buster. The album featuring 8 tracks was released on 28th July 2023 and the fourth single was also released in July 2023. I'm not going to discuss Rajinikanth and all that. That's for tomorrow. I promise you, we'll bring you a good review. But I'm only going to attempt to chat about this phenomenon called Rajinikanth and what sets him apart from his latest film, Jailer. Vanakkam, Satyan. So great to see you. So great to have you on the show. So like I said, Satyan, I will start with you, Krishna, but Satyan is joining us from Chennai.
Yes.
You have been somebody who has been involved with Talaivar for years now, almost being involved in his fan club, seen his journey through movie after movie. What this kind of frenzy, honestly, I thought yes, movies releasing, the usual things will be there. But like this, my God, what sets Jailer apart? Satyan.
Okay, no, thank you for letting me do this first. So I'm going to start by I'm really going to start by saying, if you ask me to pick one from 169, I don't know what others think or what others will say about it. Still, I would pick only Jailer. Out of all 169, see, I've lived and I was given birth to and everything that all has happened, and I was like, this all has happened only for me to cherish this one day. This film is for I'm going to cherish this film this one day till the end of my life, till the last day of my life. This is what is going to happen with me, at least for me. This is such a big film, such a good thing. You've mentioned about Tiger Muthuvel Pandian, and it is, see, he was called Muthu in the first half and he'll become Tiger Muthuvel Pandian in the second half. So that is what, see, this transformation, I don't know if it works with every other heroes, but if it is, it has to work with Rajini. So Rajini is the one who can actually bring light to this word, or what I don't know. I don't have a word for this. If someone is saying about, or if someone is explaining about transformation scene, they'll have to refer Rajini, and this is like a phenomenal transformation that he'll do. In this film, there's a big thing. I've never watched any film. See, we used to always refer Basha when it comes to mass elements, when it comes to anything that relates to commercial cinema or commercial blockbuster. We always refer Basha. I'm going to tell. So we need to give rest to Basha for some time, at least for the next 20-25 years, and we need to take Jailer as the reference hereafter. Jailer is such a thing. I'll have to tell you, this climax is the biggest Indian climax, South Indian climax, at least. See, you have 3 heroes.
No, I'll come back to. I'll Satyan, don't. These are spoilers. Allah, ஒரே இதுல சொல்லிடாதீங்க. What I was telling him. Sorry, I broke into Tamil. Can't help it. The thing is, I can see your enthusiasm here, but we all need to see it. Krishna has promised to see it. Krishna, today maybe or tomorrow?
Yes, I'm watching it today with the 4 p.m. show.
Look
so I need to finish this show
and he's running to see. You look at the enthusiasm. We are in Delhi, but that's how the movie of Rajinikanth. Let me come back to you, Satyan. Krishna, I want to focus on what Satyan said. The film, initially you see him as an elderly man, as a grandfather who is accompanying his grandchild. They go and buy vegetables. He helps his grandchild, how to meander through, negotiate through YouTube. Then there is a transformation. Now the thing is, he's a superstar, He's somebody who's larger than life. He's a demigod. But I want you to decode this, that how well has this happened? Because we are used to his entry as, Basha and all that, superstar and all that. Do you think that this is one of the best moves, even as the actor is aging and maturing like a good wine?
I think it's a very old trope. It's the oldest trick in the book. It's a Bruce Lee film called Big Boss, if you remember. Where in the first half, our main hero in a movie called Big Boss is a coward. Usually gets beaten up. And in the second half, there is that transformation into that absolute dragon of a Bruce Lee. So to me, it is the oldest trope possible. Rajinikanth himself has used this trope many occasions. A film like Raja Di Raja, where he plays a very cowardly Rajinikanth who has a very brave twin brother. I can say so many Rajinikanth movies in which he starts off as the docile, quiet one, but that is an in-joke for anybody going to watch a Rajinikanth movie. Whether you're a Rajinikanth fan or not, do you think you're going to go watch a movie where Rajinikanth is going to be the quiet, coward person?
Who wants to?
So that is, in a sense, writing it into the joke. It's a joke that writes itself. Oh, watch how cowardly or how quiet or how docile we're going to show him. And see what's going to be the eventual transformation. As cowardly as he's shown in the first few portions, he will become that doubly rageful in the second portion. So to me, this is a repetition of that trope. My only question at this stage, before watching the movie, as you know, I haven't watched the movie, is how well is that done? It's always about how well it's done, Sudha. Take his last 2 Rajinikanth movies. Both of them have not been good. One was a flop, the other one was a washout. One was a flop called Darbar, which didn't do very well. And then the last one was a movie called Annate, which was a washout, which is released as a flop. Even despite the first couple of hours of celebrations like last time, the movie went nowhere post-Saturday. So in that sense, this is a comeback waiting for Rajini, and is gone for a director who himself needs a comeback, because his last movie called Beast, Nelson Dilipkumar, who's directed this film, his last one was a movie called Beast with Vijay Dalabadi, which got such mixed reviews, such bad feedback. So he has a point to prove. Rajinikanth has a point to prove.
Kolamava Kokila, your recommendation? Superb. I think it was really.
The director of if you're wondering, you asked a very good important question. Why is there so much crazy rush for Jailer? You're talking about it releasing in nearly 7,000 screens worldwide. It is setting a record in Tamil Nadu alone for releasing in more than 900 screens. So why the craze for Jailer? That trailer that you're talking about, enthusiastically, that trailer was what they called a showcase. Was beautiful, was fantastic. The music has been outstanding. And of course, Kavala song going absolutely trending. All of that has happened. So the rush for Jailer explains itself because everybody thinks that this could be the comeback film for Nelson Dilipkumar, the director, and Rajinikanth, the superstar.
All right, Satyan, let me bring you in screen right now. The thing is that what he was saying, and you know, the film is Rajinikanth film, whether it does, I mean, not every film can do well, but I have observed that Rajinikanth film, the kernel is Rajinikanth, the story is Rajinikanth, the subplot is Rajinikanth, every little cue is Rajinikanth. Now, in this film, do you get that? Because you know, when let me be honest here, when I saw him in his get-up initially, I was like, you know, it doesn't have any heroism. Like for me, the poster, you know, that grey salt pepper hair, those glasses, you know, that stern look on the face. But tell our viewers that, does it transform as the movie goes along, or he keeps that image and still does all his heroic, you know, action scenes?
Just mark my words, man. You're going in for a show. You're actually going in for a show. I'm going to tell you, see, this is such a transformation. Krishna was telling it, you know, perfectly well. See, there are films, you know, that Talavar has done perfectly. You know, it was very great. It has become phenomena. But we always, you know, we always, you know, we long for such a transformation. Like, for example, you know, if you see in Basha, it is completely, it was a cover, and he would become something else in the second half. So that is something that is always in our mind. Let it be Basha, or let it be any other film. In Muthu, you know, you need to push him down. You need to actually punch him and push him down, that he couldn't do anything in the next scene, and he comes like something else in the next scene. With all proper elements, and it has to work very well. Like he said, he was conveying it very you know, in a good manner. So that is this film has this exact transformation, and it has all its element. You cannot question it. This transformation,
right. So Satyan,
is
tell
such
me,
a thing.
Yeah, it's being called a black comedy action film also. So talk a bit about the action scenes. Comedy, deadpan, you know, what Nelson is very famous for, that you say the most funniest things with a straight face, you know, and it is really fantastic. I mean, Kolama Pokila. Yeah, so tell our viewers about both how Rajinikanth has been able to handle the comedy scenes, as well as, of course, there is Yogi Babu. Of course, there are other actors who are very competent at this. But I want you to focus on Rajinikanth, that how has he handled the comedy and also action, which is very important for viewers.
Yes, exactly. See, he has done, you know, he is the action hero. After MGR in Tamil Nadu, if you ask someone who is the action and mass and commercial hero, everyone will say, no, without any doubt, is Rajinikanth. Rajinikanth has done a lot of action scenes and a lot of, new scenes. You know, he has done very new things and very big things in action. But this one is brutal, I would say. He has never done such a brutal action in any of his films. This is the first film I've seen. I'm watching 30 years now. I'm watching First Day for Show for the past 30 years. I've never seen such a movie that has such a brutal action ever in a Rajinikanth film. So this is such a film, even though you can understand, you can accept that it needs such a brutal thing, it has to happen to that villain or whatever, the sidekick or whatever, whomever he is. Even the child can understand he needs to be beaten such, you know, in such a brutal manner. Everyone can understand. It is not that it is badly brutal, but it is brutal. But I've never seen such a thing. You know, I'm not going to, you know, tell you a scene, but I urge myself, I have an urge to explain a scene that is, I've never seen, you know, Bahubali or whatever you see, you know, even though, you know, you have a scene where they beheads the villain in Bahubali, but you still understand it has to be done to that person. So such kind of brutally actions are, it is full of power packed and it is brutal. Rajinikanth has never done such a brutal scene in the last 30 years at least. So this Gen Z and all, they're going to witness a new, or you know, altogether a new Rajinikanth. This is what a Rajinikanth movie looks like. They're going to watch it for the first time, I would say. This is what is Rajinikanth is. This is what is why we see. These kids, they don't know why are we actually calling Rajinikanth. They don't even understand why is such a euphoria, why is such a craze. They'll understand when they watch Jailer. Jailer is an answer to for all these 20s kids or 2K kids or whatever you call it, 10K kids and all of them. And about the comedy, see, it is not that they need to utter a single word. It is just a shot. Exactly. That is a comedy.
Yeah.
There are lots of shots Even the shot has been put on Rajinikanth's face, Talavar's face. That becomes a comedy. We have never seen such a comedy. Just you show Rajinikanth.
So look
that
at
becomes
it,
a comedy. That
Satya
never
and
has happened.
Krishna. Just I'll come back to you. The thing is that no wonder then music is acting, everything, all the boxes taken. Look at this. Look at that. Do we need to say more?
Oh, we don't need to.
Yeah.
We don't need to.
Need to, yeah.
The visuals speak for themselves.
Yeah.
This is 2023, the year. You know, the same visuals, it has been running for the last 30 odd years. It has been running. The same visuals.
Children have grown up, got married.
Yeah. I've been at some of those growing up in Chennai. I remember watching Basha first show in Albert Theatre, in Chennai. Apparently, the entire Rajinikanth family was at the Rohini theatres along with Anirudh, the music director, as well, and Rajinikanth and family, wife Lata Rajinikanth, and Aishwarya Rajinikanth and Saundara Rajinikanth at the movie theatre in Rohini theatres in Virugambakam in Chennai, from what I understand. So the Rohini complex over there. So that happened this morning for the early morning show.